His name is spelled the same way as Mohamed Salah. So that's a good start here from the Santa Cruz team, and the supporters are coming in slowly here for Santa Cruz. They are in their home territory. Darren Bravo is here. So it's all leading up to a very exciting final here. This one's pulled away. Just going to get one this time. El Socorro have had a great start to the season, and they've done very well. This is their first final of the season, but they have already accomplished so much. They've won the league title. They've also qualified and for the Premiership 2. That's the level just above the North Zone. So they have already qualified for that, beating Yui in the playoff. So it has been a great season. They are unbeaten for the season. In fact, only one team have really threatened them for the season so far. That was when they played Barataria. And 57 runs, they eventually won that by. But it was dicey for a while. But they came through well, as champions tend to do. And off the second over. And it will be Razak to continue.
At the end of the second over, it's 12 without loss to Santa Cruz. 12 without loss after two.
This is Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz. That is Sweden. Sweden. Sweden once again. Is it 12? 12, 12 is the score? What's the score?
12. She said 12 after 12 without loss after 2.
So 12 without loss. Here is Razak to continue. That's a very high delivery that keeper doesn't take cleanly. And he himself runs after it, Holder. It's gone for 4 runs. It was it was climbing on the batsman, Sween, and off the gloves and away for 4 byes. So not tidily done there by Holder behind the stumps for EYM. And actually, he may have, it was a bit uncomfortable in terms of the height. It was in that position just between fingers down and fingers up. And didn't get the hands right, went through the hands and away for 4. There was enough pace on it from Razak to run all the way down to the boundary. Razak looked very disappointed afterwards. And it's an obvious plan that he's working on here to Sween, who seems to enjoy that cut shot. Hasn't contacted any of them so far. He's played 4 cut shots so far to Razak, and he hasn't touched a single one. Tucks him up a little bit. Captain of the EYM team coming in to do the fielding. That is Prince, Shaquem Prince. He's a DJ by profession, actually, Shaquem Prince. DJ Doll, he has on the back of his shirt. So Smith now just having his first sighting of Razak. Shorter of the 2 batsmen. Goes for the pull shot, doesn't get all of that. But that might still go to the boundary. In fact, it's going to get very close. So Prince is there quickly enough. And they just get a couple runs here. Not 100% control there for Alvin Smith, but got enough on that. This situation really will benefit Santa Cruz Sports. Their captain, Kashmir Mitchell, did say that he would have preferred to have bowled first here, made good use of the conditions, but they've been asked to bat first, but this is their home ground. They would know all about the conditions here. Pitch conditions have been superb here at Santa Cruz. And certainly is a very good surface for batting. If you love the ball coming onto the bat, well, this is the right surface for you. And I had a look at it earlier today. There are a lot of skid marks on the pitch for the white ball, and a lot of them in the middle of the pitch. Straight to the fielder and gone. That's well taken, and that is the end of the innings of Smith here in the final. He is out. Well, he has hit that one straight to Sergio, who takes the catch. And Sergio didn't have to move a muscle. So the first wicket is down, and Razak has it. And for Razak, that is his eighth wicket of the season for him.
19 for 1.
How much did Smith make? Excuse. Hi, how much did Smith make? So Smith going early for 2, caught by Sergio of Razak, 19 for 1.
New batsman for the Santa Cruz team, Darren Bravo.
So Darren Bravo out now to face the music here for the Santa Cruz team. So much will depend on him. He's had a half centuries in his last 2 games. And Bravo has been in superb form for Santa Cruz. And many have suggested that his presence in the team has been responsible for the change round in fortunes here for Santa Cruz Sports Club. They finished dead last in the league competition. Bravo came in for the 40-over competition. Then after that, there was a huge change in fortunes. He hasn't top scored. He didn't top score in his first game. Other players got more runs than him. But what he has done is that he's brought an industry. He's brought a new belief to the Santa Cruz Sports Club team. And as a result, they are here in the finals. They're unbeaten in their last 5 games. They lost their opening match to North Zone Future Stars by 23 runs. But since then, they've been unbeaten. So this has been a good run for Santa Cruz Sports. EYM will certainly be very aware of this. And if they can get Bravo early here, it will be a huge fillip for them and a huge chance for them to go on to win this final. And the regulation tactic against Bravo over the years has been the short ball. And with Razak showing a preference to bowling just short of a length, we will see a couple of them coming here. Fuller delivery to start off. 2 slips and a gully in place, backward point and a cover point and an extra cover. Just the 1 ball to Darren Bravo so far. Bravo is signaling for someone who was standing just behind a side screen. There was a youngster in an orange outfit, orange top, that certainly was distracting Darren Bravo. He's been asked to move aside, and he has complied very quickly. And in fact, there's a red tent behind there that has been also moved away. It certainly would be very distracting for Darren Bravo. So the red tent has been moved. Umpire Damini Joseph also assisting with the movement of the tent. All is well in the universe once again. Just to remind you, in case you haven't picked it up, they are playing with the red ball today, so that red tent would certainly be very distracting just behind the bowler's arm. Ooh, he's played a big shot at that one, not far away from the off stump. Not far away at all from the off stump. And Sween takes off his cap and his helmet, and he says, hey, that's enough of that. Timothy into his 2nd over now. And both batters, in case you haven't noticed, are wearing the number 46. And both batters have the name Darren Bravo on their backs. But will the real Darren Bravo stand up? He's at the other end. At the moment, he's bowled him straight through him. This one hitting the leg stump. Didn't make the adjustment at all, Sween, and he is gone. Bowled, second wicket down for Santa Cruz. They're in trouble now.
And Sween has to be bowled by Timothy.
So deep trouble here for Santa Cruz already, despite the presence of Darren Bravo. And they have lost their second wicket. Both openers now back in the pavilion. How much did he make? Hi. Hi. Excuse. How much did he make? What's the score? Score.
New batsman for Team Santa Cruz, George Malchan.
So George Malchan has now come out to do battle here. He'll be facing up to the rampant Akil Timothy. And Timothy claiming his 20th wicket for the season. He has been the best bowler in this competition. The most wickets, his best so far, 6 for 20. And he's been quite good. His average 6.53, that's absolutely phenomenal. And his economy rate has also been quite good, 3.34. And 20 wickets for the season coming in this tournament now. Certainly a real candidate for the most valuable player in the tournament. There's also a prize, I understand, for the most valuable player in the final. So we'll see who walks away with that. Timothy would certainly be one that they would feel that would have a chance to do so. Lefty is Malchand, nicely forward to it, stylishly forward to it. So two lefties out there for Santa Cruz at the moment. Darren Bravo at the other end. And he's bowled him. Timothy has struck again. What a delivery by Timothy. And he's gone without scoring. So 19 now for 3. And Santa Cruz are slipping into further and further trouble. Malchan gone. And this is exactly the start that EYM would have wanted and not the start that Santa Cruz would have hoped for. Malchan is out without scoring, bowled second ball, and he has been bowled by Timothy. 19 for 3, all 3 wickets falling on the same score.
New batsman for Team Santa Cruz, Cleon Burnley. Current score is 19 for 3.
So Cleon Burnley making his way out to the middle at the moment to join Darren Bravo, who's come in at the fall of the first wicket. And he's seen 2 wickets fall in the over so far. Akil Timothy still has a couple of deliveries to go. And what an over it has been. A big over here for the EYM team. And this is exactly why they wanted to bowl first and unleash the force of nature that is Akil Timothy on the Santa Cruz team. So Cleon Burnley, a righty, the right-hander about to face up, and he's seen already, almost see me feeling at the moment, seeing Devon Sween bowled by Timothy. One that, a ball after he played all round and almost lost his off stump. He lost his leg stump the next delivery. Oh, that's a good delivery to start off there. Burnley was equal to it though. A burly man is Burnley and got the bat down in time to keep that one out. And Timothy looking for his 22nd wicket. He has 22, top bowler in the competition, and certainly has been the trump card for the EYM team all the way through the season. 19 for 3 at the end of the over. Double wicket maiden, by the way, there for Akil Timothy, as he has bowled a superb one there for his team. Has given them a huge chance. Santa Cruz Sports, remember, they still have Darren Bravo in there. And once Bravo is there, there is going to be hope for the Santa Cruz team. Several of the other players have scored runs for the season for the Santa Cruz, including their captain, Kashmir Mitchell. So Bravo to face up to Razak, who has 1 wicket so far. Steps inside the line of that, Bravo, and allows it to go through. A lot of time, it's a 40-over contest here. 8 overs maximum for each player. And the weather looks like it should hold up. It's good conditions at the moment, very still. But away to our right, it's very cloudy. So one hopes that the weather will stay away and blow into Port of Spain. So far, he's been very full to Bravo. He's good length deliveries to Bravo. Much fuller than many would have expected. Perhaps looking for the short ball as the surprise tactic. He bowled a lot of shorter deliveries to Sween early. Sween went after them, but didn't make any sort of contact. But you feel that the short ball is not far away to Bravo. Oh, that's good. Good delivery there from Razak. And Bravo was genuinely beaten at that one. Tried to pull the bat inside the line, but may have gotten some movement there. The keeper was sent scurrying away to his left to make the stop. There are a few, there was some rain last week. It washed out the last round of matches here in Santa Cruz. And as a result of that, there were some marks on the pitch, and you might not be able to see it from your current view, but went out there earlier, and there were some watermarks on the pitch, definitely. The pitch is very, very hard. It is very dark. Might seem as though there's a bit of sheen, but when you get out there, it's very dark and very, very hard indeed. A lot of cracks on it, though. So there will be a fair amount of sideways movement if the bowlers are skillful enough to exploit those. And there were some green patches, really some shoots. Some of the grass starting to break through the surface. The curators, Frank Sozano, and they have left those in. So if the bowlers can hit a couple of those, it could provide a bit of excitement for the batsmen. Too wide outside the off stump this time from Razak, and that ends the over. Watchful start here from Darren Bravo. And after seeing 3 wickets go down on the same score, he's decided he is going to set up shop here to play a long one. 19 for 3 after 5.
After over number 5, it's 19 for 3 to Team Santa Cruz. 19 for 3 after 5.
Yes, Timothy to continue. Oh, that struck him on the pad, but there was a hit. There was a double noise there. And he may have just gotten a touch onto that. And luckily for him, because he was dead in front of the stumps. And Timothy has his tail up here, and he is really threatening the Santa Cruz batters. Yeah, it's the faster one that's really giving them a lot of problems here. Brings that left arm over just that little bit quicker, a little more snap in the arm. That's the one that's giving them a huge amount of problems. And there it is. Once again, and another wicket for Timothy. Timothy has cleaned up Cleon Burnley here. Burnley is gone without scoring. And that is the next wicket down for 19. 4 wickets now down for 19. Santa Cruz in a huge amount of trouble here. They've been unable to score off the last 3 overs.
New batsman in, Isaiah Hayes.
So Isaiah Hayes is the new batter, and Santa Cruz Sports from 19 without loss. They are now 19 for 4. Timothy has 3 wickets, all bowled. Struck him on the pad. That's better from Hayes. You'd need to get forward to Timothy. And it's a pattern that I'm not sure if the Santa Cruz batters have picked up. He bowls a couple of slower ones and then fires in the faster one from round the wicket. And it's usually very, very full. Let's see if he's going to follow up with it here. There's the faster one. And outside the off stump, Isaiah Hayes. Might be forgiven for being called Isaac Hayes, the famous American musician, no longer with us, but did that famous song, the theme from Shaft. And again, here's the faster one. This one's spearing in. That's where he's gotten his wickets for the season. End of the over. End of another successful over here for the bowler Akil Timothy. And Timothy has bowled his 3rd over, and Santa Cruz Sports are 19 for 4 at the end of the over. At the other end, Darren Bravo has played out a maiden in the last one to Razak, and he's trying to set the example here for the younger batters. Just play yourself in. It's 40 overs. It's only 6 overs in the books. A lot still to go.
At the end of 6 overs, it's 19 for 4.
$19 for 4 at the end of 6 overs. Here is Razak to continue from the southern end. Bravo looks for the single and gets it quite comfortably. That's good running from Darren Bravo, the vastly experienced former West Indies player. Saw that the fielder was on his heels and decided to take the run even though it was going in his direction. So 20 for 4 now, and that is the first run we've had since the 3rd over. Wow. It's been quite a long sequence of 20 odd balls that we've had, not a run scored. Darren Bravo is here, and as one would expect, his dad is here, Morgan Bravo, here to watch his son play, and he's always here, as usually once Darren or Dwayne is playing, he's always here. Darren at the non-striker's end, and Isaiah Hayes about to face up his first delivery from Razak. 2 slips and a gully in place. Backward point, cover point, short extra cover. That's wide down the leg side. Nicely done there by Holder. Didn't take it cleanly, but did enough there, Holder, to get that big right hand of his behind it. So Santa Cruz, after going 20-odd balls without scoring a run and losing 4 wickets, have now gotten 2 runs within the space of 2 balls. Bravo is vastly experienced, and he has to bring it to bear here. It's nicely played through the onside. This could run away for 4. It's in the gap, and it gets across the ropes. That is a good shot by Isaiah Hayes. And despite the fact that 4 wickets have gone down, Hayes has come out very confidently at number 6 and has played that superbly through the leg side for 4. El Socorro supporters outnumbering the home supporters at the moment. Usually the El Socorro supporters come out in their numbers, and no difference here. They are here to watch their team win this final. Another one down the leg side from Razak. That'll have to be rebowled. Every now and again, Razak just seems to lose his control and pushes it down the leg side. For the season so far, Razak has had 8 wickets. Very good average, 14.86. And he's been quite economical, 5.47 for the season coming into this game. Oh, that's beautifully driven. Once it beats the fielder, that can run away for 4. Just holding up. Has that gone across the boundary? No, it hasn't. And the EYM man, Dominic Andrews, able to make the stop. Yeah, Dominic Andrews has been pushed back now from that mid-off position to long off. He's wearing Edwards on his back, on his shirt. So Dominic Andrews is now pushed all the way back. It's not the longest of boundaries here. And we haven't seen a huge number of boundaries so far. That area square of the wicket is well protected. Confident start here from Hayes. Nicely played flick through the leg side for 4. A wonderfully timed shot, which didn't get to the ropes. The outfield has been cut during the past week, but still the timing wasn't exquisite from Hayes. Didn't quite get to the boundary. Drives that one well again, just short of the fielder. Driving on the up there, and a nice tumbling stop in the outfield. That's the main wicket taker so far. Akil Timothy doing his thing in the field. A nice diving stop away to his right. 22 wickets for the season for Akil Timothy. It's one that goes over the head of the bowler. May have been a spectator's catch. There were cries of catch it, but he pounded that one into the ground, and they get the single. Bravo will not get the strike. Hayes has pinched the strike at the end of the over. So after 7 overs there now, the Santa Cruz sports team are 29 for 4. Picked up 10 runs in the over there, Santa Cruz. Best over of the innings so far for them. Here's Timothy to continue. Bowling his 4th over. Starts out outside the off stump. Has a slip in place. Also a backward point. Short, fine leg in place also for Timothy. Yeah, it's flighting that one in. Not a huge amount of turn here for Akil Timothy. It's really that faster delivery that has befuddled 3 of the batsmen so far. Spearing his pace nicely here. That one's just a little bit faster, but the one that he pushes through is electric pace. Akil Timothy. Just held that one back a little bit more. Just allowing, he just builds a bit of rhythm into the batters. Just bowls a couple of them and they get into a rhythm, and then suddenly find the ball firing in at their stumps. But Hayes has acquitted himself well so far, the youngster. And he's been doing all the right things. He's been getting forward to Timothy, smothering whatever spin there is. And he's looked quite confident. His mentality has looked good. Mistimes that one, but he has looked quite competent so far. And this will certainly give Bravo another maiden here by Timothy, 29 for 4 after 8.
For those in the pavilion, we have drinks on sale. To the left bottom hand side of the pavilion, we also have snow cones and we have popcorn.
There's going to be a bowling change at the southern end, and Saeed Razak after 4 overs and taking 1 wicket. He has been replaced by his captain, Shaquille Prince. Shaquem Prince, correction. So Prince now about to start off here, and Prince, the skipper, he's led his team very well. He's earned a lot of praise from the El Socorro supporters. They've been very impressed with him. He's a confident young man, and he will start off here. He's bowling to one of the, certainly we'd have to say that Darren Bravo has been the best batter to come out of Trinidad and Tobago since the retirement of Darren Bravo, of Brian Lara, correction, whose name is on the stadium. And Bravo very much on the back 9 of his career. He's facing up to Prince here for the first time. Cuts that one away, and this could go to the ropes here. There is a fielder after it. He's not going to get there. That was a bit wide of the off stump to start off from the off spinner, and cut that away well. And once that ball bounced the second time, it started to curve away from the fielder. So initially, he would have thought he had a chance to get across to that.
The first ball, Shaquem Prince, new bowler from the Panjamas end.
And the fielder has now been adjusted a few paces away to his right, so he's now more in a deep point position for Bravo. Fires this one down the leg side. Not a huge amount of, not a huge attempt to spin the ball. Prince was saying that that ball flicked off the pads. Initially, it was called wide. Umpire Mohammed Jaipal reversed his decision. Faster one outside the off stump. And the two fielders converging to make the stop. Bravo has been there. He's done it. He's walked the walk, he's talked the talk. And a chance here for him to putting a great innings for his North Zone team. Off the back foot, it's beaten the fielder. Oh, that's careless bit of work. He apologizes to his captain. And that's not exactly what you want. You really want to keep the likes of Bravo on strike. He's 35 now, Darren Bravo, turned 35 in February this year. Straight to the fielder again. Another bit of careless work here by the EYM team. And another misfield to go on top of that. And they will get a second run. So, and after a very good start here, EYM reducing Santa Cruz to 19 for 4. Maybe a bit of complacency has crept into their cricket here. And it's for the captain and their manager to get them back on. This has been good from Hayes. He's getting a lot of applause from those around him. That's the end of the 9th over of the innings, and Santa Cruz very much in recovery mode here in this North Zone 40 over final. Timothy is going to continue from the northern end. He's going to be bowling his 5th over. And Timothy asking for a fielding change from Shaquem Prince. And let's see where Prince is going. Prince has gone back to the long off position. There's a long on in place. And he's asking for a short fine leg. And he also wants a fielder to go back to the boundary on the offside. So there is also going to be a deep cover point, and that has been adjusted to a deep point position. So here's Timothy. Let's see how Bravo is going to employ. It's going to face up to Timothy. Forward to it. Bravo has faced up against some of the best bowlers in the world. So he will fancy his chances here against Akil Timothy. Cuts that one away. Man at deep point comes out. Bravo, 56 test matches, 122 ODIs, and 26 T20 matches for the West Indies. Last played for the West Indies back in 2020 in test matches. And his last ODI was against India at Ahmedabad back in February 2022. Also last played T20 cricket for the West Indies against England at Bridgetown back in January 2022. So it's already a 2-year gap and counting for Darren Bravo. One feels that his international career has come to an end. And certainly the events that occurred last year after that successful run where he led Trinidad and Tobago to the 50-over title, where he was not selected for the West Indies ODI team, certainly was a huge disappointment for him and for many of his fans, and he would have expected him to be on the West Indies team. Since then, he hasn't really played a huge amount of cricket. He's played a lot more club cricket and has not played at the international level. Stumping attempt there, but Hayes' stump back foot was firmly planted. In fact, Bravo did not play in any of the first-class matches for Trinidad and Tobago. Last played in the Headley versus the Academy team at Coolidge in April 2023. So Hayes has dealt well with Timothy, and Bravo, you'd expect him to deal well with All of the fifth wicket for Santa Cruz Sports. Isaiah Hayes, the last one to go, and 37 for 5 now. And certainly batted well, but got one that maybe turned slightly on him. Took the edge and taken at first slip by Alfred. So Hayes gone. How much Hayes made? Hi, excuse Hayes, how much you made? Hayes going for 9 runs. So 9 of 42 deliveries. So that does really represent what a struggle it was for the Santa Cruz batters during that period. So one feels that if the balance had started to tilt slightly towards the Santa Cruz team, it is now firmly back with EYM, who are looking to wrap up a victory in this final. And I think we're just getting a slight drizzle at the moment here. Yeah, the drizzle is starting to get a bit heavier. The umpires are having a close look. And Santa Cruz in all sorts of trouble right now at 37 for 5. And the drizzle is getting heavier and heavier. The umpires having a close look at the weather conditions. They might feel this one's going to float away. Faster delivery, rather slingy action from Shaquem Prince. And that brings an end to the over. End of another successful over, this time for Prince. He had the wicket of Hayes, caught by Alfred for 9. 38 for 5 after 11 overs. That's the score here for Santa Cruz Sports in the North Zone 40 over final. Timothy will continue here for EYM. In the meantime, the players are running around to get the covers here. The rain continuing to come down. And finally, the umpires have asked the players to leave the field as the rain has started to come down much heavier now. So rain has stopped play here, with the Santa Cruz Sports team in dire straits at 38 for 5. Darren Bravo walks off the field along with his captain, Christopher Cashmere Mitchell, with their team in a huge amount of trouble, and the covers are coming on. So just to tell you how things have gone so far, Devon Sween and Alvin Smith put on 19 runs for the first wicket, and that is where the damage was done. Akil Timothy taking 3 wickets, and Razak taking 1, and Santa Cruz went from 19 without loss to 19 for 4. There were the green shoots of recovery starting when Isaiah Hayes went in. He and Bravo were able to pull the score up to 37, but then Hayes edged one straight to first slip, and he was gone. Since then, Mitchell has come in and only a few balls bowled, and we've had a rain interruption. Let's hope it doesn't look like it's going to be a very long interruption here, but there might be some overs reduced. So let's see how it goes. We'll leave you now with the news that Santa Cruz Sports are 38 for 5 in the North Zone 40 over final.
Are you supposed to be in Madras Road for 5?
What?
Yeah.
And you were working at So the funny thing about it, my mom used to carry water, my father used to carry fuel. My father's carrying fuel. I better even come back with one. How much you bet? But who we working with, right? 10 people? When I see 500, don't give it. You know what I say? 500 people. I'll find them in it. I'll go find them. Yeah. Go in the middle. Find the view. Go back to the schedule.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your patience. After conferring with both umpires and the match officials, the match has officially been called off. Both EYM and Santa Cruz will be joint winners of North Zone 40 Overs 2024. We invite all players to make their way, all EYM or Santa Cruz players, for our presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, just the presentation.
Hey, hey!
I'll show you something.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attendance today. Thank you very much, Jolene, for your announcements during the day. So when we arrived earlier today, both teams were in contention for this wonderful trophy, but unfortunately, due to the weather has had the last laugh, and both teams will be sharing the trophy this year. So let's hear it once again for our two finalists, Santa Cruz Sports Club and El Socorro Youth Movement. Yeah! And just to remind you, in case you are just coming in, of course, Santa Cruz would have batted first, and they were 38 for 5 when the rains came, and play was never able to continue after that. So we'd like to ask the two captains to join us in front now for the trophy presentation. I'd like to invite Mr. Gregory Wales, the treasurer and the coordinator, match coordinator of the North Zone 40 over competition, to present the trophy to the two captains. Please welcome now Christopher Castro Mitchell and Shaquem Prince to receive the trophy. Thank you very much, guys, and thank you very much for everyone for being here and to make this tournament a success. Don't forget that I understand that the presentation will be coming up at the end of June, and that's where the trophies will be officially presented to both teams, and that is coming up at the end of next month, just after the end of the Cricket World Cup. Once again, I'd like to thank all of those who've made this successful, and thanks very much to the Santa Cruz Sports Club for being such wonderful hosts. Once again, they've hosted quite a few matches here. Thank you so much for all of your very generous hosting during the season. And congratulations again, guys, for making it to the finals. Congratulations also to EYM for making it to the final. And EYM have had a wonderful season, winning the league and also making it back to Premiership too. So congratulations to you all. And this ceremony would have not, this event would have not been possible had it not been for the generous support of the sponsors and, of course, the wonderful fans of cricket here in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations again to both of the teams. And please, ladies and gentlemen, have a safe trip back home. Thanks so much for being here and being part of the North Zone 40 over competition. Thanks very much. I'll take you back over to the DJ. Danke.